Hello everyone and welcome back. Okay, so if you're just now jumping into this video, please watch the one before this because we're picking up right where we left off. Alright, so we have our little animation here, and what I want to actually do is add some audio interactivity to this. So let's go ahead and, well, first off, even though we have a composition put together, we can actually change the stage size if we want to. So I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. Look at that, okay? And let's see. Let's go ahead and preview this in a browser just to recap. Okay, so we have our tree, and if we mouse over, our birds fly away. And again, this is a CSS gradient made in Edge Animate. This is just a tree made in Photoshop, and these are just little animated GIFs that I just downloaded real quick for free off the internet from Heather's Animations, actually. So you can actually Google Heather's Animations if you want to grab these same seagulls. And then I just made them black. Okay. So anyway, let's see here. See this? We talked about this before, but I want to talk about this again. See this warning sign right here? It says CSS gradients are not rendered by IE9. Okay, so fine. In IE9 right now, it's going to get a white background. If we actually set a background here that's fairly close to our color, just so it can kind of match a little bit, like, oh, close enough. IE9 will show this instead because it's not cool enough to show CSS gradients, okay? The same goes for shapes. You know, if I draw a shape in here and just give it a very simple, quick gradient, IE9 is not going to be able to do this, at least as of right now. By the time you're watching this video, they might be able to, though. The browser wars, you know? Anyway, if you set something kind of similar to it, like that, and just say, okay, that's going to be IE9's color, that's okay. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this now is because this this idea ties directly into the idea of playing audio and video in HTML5, which is what Adobe Edge Animate uses. Okay? What I mean by that is you have to have multiple formats of your audio and your video in order to play it in Adobe Edge Animate animations and be sure that they can be played in most browsers. Okay, notice I said most because we're in a ridiculous browser war right now with our formats. But a lot of times certain things will play in Firefox but not play in Chrome, which is really annoying. This is a way around that. Okay, now let me show you what I've got here. I've got some audio. Okay, now you can come up with audio however you want to. You can download sound effects online. You can record your own audio. You can, mix some together, which is what I did here. You can use any program that you want, of course, or you can just download them online. There's tons of ways to get audio. You know, just do a search for free sound effects if you want to. But in this case, I used Ableton Live, whatever you use, and I just layered two sounds on top of each other. I've got a, let's see, I'll turn it up so hopefully the mic picks it up here. Let me go ahead and just hit play. Okay, so I got a leaves rustling sound, and then I've got a crow sound, okay? And that's going to be the sound that happens whenever the mouse goes over the tree, okay? It's going to rustle, and you're going to get some crow caws, okay? That's the plan anyway. All right, now, this MP3 is not going to be played in all browsers, all right? So what we want to do is we want to convert it into another format, okay? Now, whether you download waves or AIFs or in this case MP3, you're going to want to convert to at least MP3 and OGG, okay? The OGG file, okay? The OGG format, I mean. And we're going to do the same procedure for video. So you're going to want to kind of really pay attention and internalize what I'm going to show you right now. Okay, now, there's a lot of different ways. Let me get rid of these. I'm having a ridiculous window explosion here. Okay, now, there's a lot of different ways to convert audio and video, okay? It just depends on what you have for software. Some free software that's really good for this is Miro Video Converter. Okay, yes, it's called Video Converter, but you can convert audio as well. Watch out that you don't download Miro here. I mean, you can, but we're not looking for Miro. We're looking for Miro Video Converter. Just do a Google search for Miro, M-I-R-O, Video Converter, and you can grab this one. Although you may already, as a media artist, have some other type of media encoder that you use, but this one's it's pretty nice. I've been using this for a lot of different versions. because I've actually, way before Adobe Edge Animate, I've been using video in HTML5 players, and I'm just used to having to convert to different formats. Miro's been great. They've had an upgrade fairly recently, within the last year, and it's nice free software. All right, so anyway, I've got Bird Russell's MP3, and maybe you have a WAV or an AIF. That's fine. Drag it in here, and if you do, you're going to want to convert to an MP3 and an OGG. But I already have an MP3, so I just want to convert to an OGG file. Okay, so I just drag and drop. You got to love the drag and drop era, right? Okay, and I'm going to select format here. Format is obviously audio. I already have an MP3, so I want this OGG Vorbis file. Okay, the .ogg file is what we're going for. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to convert. Look at that, that fast, that easy. I'm going to hit show in file right here to show me where it's at. Now, if you accidentally click off of this show in file thing will disappear, and you might be wondering, where the heck is Miro putting my videos? If you're on a Mac, it actually puts them in your movies file, okay? I'll show you. So I click on that. See that? There's me, Justin Lewis, movies, Miro video converter. There's where that file is, okay? And let's go ahead and just grab that and drop it over here. Okay, so far so good, very easy. Here is the tricky part. It's not tricky to do, it's quite easy to do, but it's tricky in the fact that it'll get you. Okay, now this works the same for video. Okay, now, the files have to be named exactly the same way with one dot and one extension. Okay, .mp3 and .ogg. Miro video converter in this case, save this as .oggvorbis.ogg. Okay, that's a nice long descriptive extension. We can't use it. Okay, we need to delete everything down to that .ogg. Okay, that'll probably trick one of you or quite a few of you watching this. You never know, but just keep an eye out for that. Okay, you want these files named the same, and that's going to be the same with video. Why? Here's why. When you import in your audio into Edge Animate, if the audio or the video is named exactly the same way with one dot and one extension, Edge Animate will treat those two media files as one. You can think of them as a symbol, just like we made symbols in the last video. Okay, you can think of them as a symbol. It'll pull them together and function just as a symbol, knowing that what we're working with is actually referencing multiple formats. And what happens is, depending on which browser your viewer is viewing your animation in, that particular browser can only play one of those formats. And that's the one that will be viewed. That's the one that will be called. Okay, that's the one that will be referenced, which with the HTML5 audio tag. Okay, it's pretty cool. So let me show you this now. Okay, now I'm going to come down here to audio, and I'm going to click the plus symbol. And there's my two files. I'm going to select one. I'm going to hold down Shift and select the other one. And I'm going to click Open. And look at that. Okay, now, see how it created this one file here, this Bird Russells? This functions just like our bird symbol does here with our group of animated GIFs. Okay, if I open this up, we have two different files here. Had you not deleted the .oggvorbis.ogg, it would create two different files here, okay? Two different assets, and this would not work. So you have to do it this way to get it to work, okay? Now, check it out. I can keep this closed. I don't even need both of them open. All I have to do is grab that Bird Russells and just drop it on the stage, okay? Now, it added it down here. And it added it up here. Look at that. And see how it's wrapped in that HTML5 audio tag. Okay? It knows that there's multiple file formats here. And it's ready to deal with the browser war. Okay? This is a really, really neat feature right here. Okay. Now, let's say that we're not going for something quite as complicated as we are here with our interactive audio. We're just planning on having some background music. You'd be ready to go right now. See how it says playback right here? You can just click this little plus sign here and just click play. And it's going to play from the very beginning, okay? And let's test it out right now. I'm going to go ahead and preview in a browser. All right, and it just plays right away, but that doesn't do any good because we want it to happen with interactivity. But if this was just your theme music to your animation, you'd be good to go. Okay, and that's great. That's cool. But that's not what we want. I just wanted to show you that. So let's go ahead and delete that. Now, what we want to do is we want to make it so that whenever our bird tree here has been mouse overed, that it plays our audio. Okay? Now, this is actually really easy. It's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and open the actions. We're on the mouse over still because we had our mouse over here that's going to play our bird symbol earlier. Okay? And we're going to come down here to audio, and we're going to play audio. We're going to select the stage. We're going to select bird rustles, the only audio we have. Okay? Look at that. All right. And that is it. Let me go ahead and save this. All right. Now, let's go ahead and preview in a browser. No audio when it first opens, so it's waiting for something. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to rustle this tree. There we go. Okay? Why are seagulls making crow noises? We don't know. But I get it. This is very simple, okay? But think about what we just did, okay? I got it. Let's go ahead and copy this, and let's open up Firefox. Whoops, I actually went over it again. Okay, and I'm not online right now. Actually, Wi-Fi's off, but we can still open it. So now I'm in Firefox, okay? Okay, now I'm in Chrome. Look at that. All right, multiple browsers. Now, just think about this. You can have any kind of animation you want, or button and trigger audio, all right? Maybe you have a bouncing ball. I mean, who knows, right? It's limitless. And not only that, just like I showed you in the beginning, you can just throw in some theme music with your animation, all right? So there you go. That's how you add audio interactivity to Edge Animate. Go ahead, if you don't have a way to download any video or to convert any video, grab the Miro video converter. It's free, it's ridiculously simple, and I've been using this for years through multiple versions, and I've yet to have a problem with it. All right, so there you go. And we'll be back with the Miro video converter when we look at working with video. And yeah, you heard that right. It's pretty cool. This is actually fairly new. I was using Edge Animate before this feature popped up, but you can actually put video in now, okay? And we'll look at making some pretty cool video players later on in this series. But for now, go ahead and make some symbols, make some animations, and let's see some audio interactivity going with your Edge Animate projects. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.